Leigh and I never set out to make movies that make sequel. If they happen down the line, that means people like the first one enough and wants to see more. That's fantastic. But I don't think that's right to set out. I think it's a very cynical way of making a film if you set out to want to make a franchise.
Plus, James is pretty superstitious. I think it would be way... that would be way outside his character to start talking about what's going to be happening in the future. He's very much like what's happening right now.
I went into that place to get our son back. Something evil followed me.
You know, when Leigh and I, created this fantastical world, this other world with the further, we felt like we hit upon something that could be very interesting here. We weren't quite sure what it was and what it could be, but one of the things that we knew that we wanted to play with was the idea that Insidious Chapter 2 can visit the first Insidious movie, and that was what got me very excited about the potential of a second movie, and that was what that was another thing that made me want to come back to make this one, besides the chance to visit the same characters again that I loved from the first film and to work with the same cast and crew. I didn't actually experience anything myself personally, thank God, but I remember one night, I think one of the grip guys, and he was in the stairwell, and he sort of stopped in the mezzanine level, and he was just there. And I think he stopped because he felt like someone came up to him and held his hand. And at first at first he thought it was a bug that landed on his hand. Then he looked down, and there was nothing there. I would say that Insidious Chapter 2 kind of wraps up the Lambert story.
Yeah, it's like if we did keep making them, they probably would go outside of that family. It was tricky at times. Whenever you're dealing with sort of realities folding in on each other, it becomes hard to keep track of. And then, but it keeps me going knowing that it's going to be an even bigger headache for James in the editing room. Knowing that he'll be in pain keeps me going.
He takes joy in writing something very complicated and then knowing that I have to try and figure it out on set.